Across Benue State, a quiet disaster is unfolding. Classrooms that once echoed with laughter are now reduced to graveyards. Dreams that once burned brightly in children's eyes are dimming, stolen by relentless violence. Attacks on communities have compelled thousands of families to escape. Schools have remained closed for months and, in some cases, years. In many villages across various local government areas in Benue, including Guma, Guir West, Guir East, Katsina Ala, Zakibiam, Logo, Agatu, Otukpo, and others. School children wear tattered clothes instead of uniforms. They wander with sunken eyes and hungry stomachs. They have become mere statistics, remnants of the terrible effects of banditry and insurgency. The remaining learning spaces are unsafe to open, too unsafe for learning and too uncertain when children can return to them. Overnight, childhood in Benue became a fight for survival. The parents are either absent or struggling to survive themselves. These children want nothing more than to learn, hope, and dream through education, but are instead left with unacknowledged trauma. Some children are even heavily exploited in IDP camps where their father and mother may be absent. These children desire to read, to write, to dream beyond the walls of displacement. However, in refugee destinations, there are no classrooms, no teachers, and no textbooks. A child who should be in primary 4 now knows more about running from gunfire and long knives that slit throats than about spelling a word or writing the alphabet. Their innocent eyes bear a weight of terror no child should ever have to face. Without education, a child's future risks collapse. Poverty tightens its grip, opportunities fade, their world shrinks to mere survival. They live hour by hour like hollow shadows, afraid of the past and uncertain about what the future holds. Even the present is tangled with dread. Yet, they had no part in causing these events. Without intervention, these children risk a future of hardship, exploitation, and vulnerability. This is not merely a crisis of today. It is the gradual destruction of tomorrow, a deliberate erasure of Benue. Children denied education are denied protection. They are denied choice, and their voice is silenced. They become susceptible to exploitation, forced labor, early marriage, and the lure of violence. What begins as a crisis becomes a vicious cycle that traps an entire generation into violence, poverty, and social degeneration. But this story can still change. With safety, schools can reopen. With support, children can learn again. With action, futures can be rebuilt. Educational loss leads to poverty, trauma, and long-term instability. Urgent funding is needed for safe school reopening, temporary learning centers, educational material, trauma counseling, teacher support, distant learning strategies. Benue State is facing an education emergency. This is why the Leadership Institute Nigeria, in partnership with the African Leadership Institute USA, is taking a bold step. We are launching the Appeal Fund for the educational rehabilitation of internally displaced children and unveiling the hybrid learning academies for IDP communities in Benue State. These academies will fuse traditional learning with modern digital education, bringing hope, structure, and opportunities back to the lives of displaced children. The children of Benue are bright, determined, and full of promise. All they need is a hand to lift them from where they now lie, broken in spirit. What we seek from you is not charity. We seek your partnership to change the lives and destinies of Benue children who would otherwise be destroyed souls. With your help, Benue children will rise again and join the march towards a better, united Nigeria with opportunities for all. Please do not bury this Benue tragedy under the carpet, nor look away. Protect Benue children, restore schools, rebuild hope. Rebuilding education is the most effective safeguard against future conflicts. Every child deserves an opportunity to learn, dream, and hope. Every child is entitled to a brighter future, which a good education can provide. With your support, we can bring hope back to Benue State, one classroom, one child, and one partner at a time.